Good morning, students. Welcome to Unit 7, Section A Indian Weavers by Sarojini Naidu. First, let's understand the title Indian Weavers. Weavers are the persons who weave fabric. Students, Indian handlooms are known for their richness, exquisiteness, variety, and fine quality. They are an integral part of Indian culture, and no festival or occasion is complete without them. The passage of time has brought about a change in the weaves, patterns, and designs, boasting of glamour, magnificence, and exquisiteness, but the importance of handlooms still remains the same. Millions of looms across the country are engaged in weaving cotton, silk, and other natural fibers to bring out traditional beauty of India's precious heritage and also providing livelihood to millions of families. There is hardly a village where weavers do not exist weaving out the traditional beauty of the region. The skill and activities are kept alive by passing the skills from generation to generation. Now, before beginning with the poem, let's know about the poet. Sarojini Naidu lived from the year 1879 to 1949. She was a poet, reformer, and political leader who took an active part in India's independence movement. Often called the Nightingale of India, she was the first Indian woman to be the president of the Indian National Congress. She was also the first woman to be the governor of an Indian state. Indian Weavers by Sarojini Naidu is a short poem consisting of three stanzas having 4 lines each. The poem talks about three types of dresses that the Indian weavers weave at three particular times of the day. Metaphorically, each time and the dress weaved in that time symbolizes a particular stage of life. The poem has a rhyme scheme AABB. The poet uses a number of literary devices to express her ideas like simile, imagery, metaphor, etc. The poem consists of a discussion between the poet and the weavers. The poet asks the weavers and they latter reply. Now let's begin with the poem, stanza 1. Weavers weaving at break of day, why do you weave a garment so gay? Blue as the wing of a halcyon wild, we weave the robes of a newborn child. Moving now to the explanation. In this first stanza, the poet asks the weavers why they are weaving clothes early in the morning, which seems to be quite beautiful and charming, that is, gay. The clothes are blue as the wing of a halcyon wild. Halcyon is the other name of the kingfisher. The wings of the kingfisher are bright blue in color. In addition, blue color also symbolizes loyalty. The blue color thus symbolizes something beautiful and precious. Hence, in this stanza, the clothes weaved by the weavers are quite special, and this is why the poet is curious to know about them. To this, the Indian weavers reply, we weave the robes of a newborn child, that is, they are weaving the beautiful dress for a young one who has just come to the world. In this stanza, a number of images are used to describe the first stage of human life, like break of day, garments so gay, and blue as the wing of halcyon wild. The stage is full of happiness, freshness, hope, beauty, etc. There is no sorrow in this stage. Now moving to the second stanza. Weavers weaving at fall of night, why do you weave a garment so bright? Like the plumes of a peacock purple and green, we weave the marriage veils of a queen. Stanza 2 explanation. In this stanza the poet again meets the Indian weavers, this time during the fall of night. It probably refers to the evening or dusk time when the sun sets and darkness paves the way. Moreover, it is also the time during which most of the Indian marriages take place. Here the poet questions the weavers why they weave a garment so bright like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green. The garment at this time is bright and full of colors like feathers of peacock, unlike the one color, blue, during the morning time. To this the weavers reply that they weave the marriage veils of a queen, thus referring to the second or in other words adult stage of the life. During this stage humans are quite active. They love each other, get married and quest for a better and prosperous life. The colors purple and green symbolize sorrow and happiness or struggle and ease in one's adult stage, and these all colors or ups and downs of life make the adulthood bright. Now on moving to stanza 3. Weavers weaving solemn and still, what do you weave in the moonlight chill? White as a feather and white as a cloud, we weave a dead man's funeral shroud. Explanation: in the final stage the poet finds the weavers solemn and still. That is, they are quite sorrowful, grieved and silent. They are weaving something weird in the moonlight chill, that is, in the dead of the night, which is white as a feather and white as a cloud, that is, colorless or lifeless. Now, as the poet fails to figure out what it is that is the cloth, and why they are sorrowful and silent, she asks them what are they weaving rather than why are they weaving. They reply that they are weaving shroud, that is, the cloth put on the dead body of a dead person. Thus, the third and the final stage is death, which is emotionless and lifeless like a white cloud or feather. In this way, the life which begins with life, joy, hope, etc., ends with sorrow and grief. Now let's understand the key points of this poem. Indian Weavers sums up the life of human beings on earth in three main stages by using symbols like clothes and times of the day. The journey of life begins with one color, blue, which means joy and happiness. It continues with the addition of a number of colors, green and purple, which means sorrow also enters into life along with happiness. Life is more active in this stage than in the first stage. In the final stage, all the colors vanish away and a single color white remains, which means emotions are connected with life, and when the person dies, emotions also die. So children, I hope this poem is clear to you. Thank you.